The Chantry teaches us that it is the hubris of men which brought the Darkspawn into our world. The mages had sought to usurp heaven, but instead, they destroyed it. The mages had sought to usurp heaven. They were cast out, twisted and cursed by their own corruption. They returned as monsters, the first of the Darkspawn. They returned as monsters, the first of the Darkspawn. They became a blight upon the lands, unstoppable and relentless. They became a blight upon the lands. The Dwarven kingdoms were the first to fall, and from the deep roads, the Darkspawn drove at us again and again, until finally we neared annihilation. From the deep roads, the Darkspawn drove at us again and again, until finally we neared annihilation. Until the Grey Wardens came. Men and women from every race, warriors and mages, barbarians and kings. The Grey Wardens sacrificed everything to stem the tide of darkness and prevail. It has been 4 centuries since that victory, and we have kept our vigil. We have watched and waited for the Darkspawn to return. But those who once called us heroes have forgotten. We have watched and waited for the Darkspawn to return. We are few now, and our warnings have been ignored for too long. We are few. For I have seen with my own eyes what lies on the horizon. Maker, help us all. Maker, help us all. Maker, help us all.
Greetings. Greetings. Greetings.
I have lost the spell! How do you do? I have lost the spell! How do you do? I have lost the spell! You were born amidst the Dalish elves, noble wanderers who refused to join the society of humans that subjugated their homeland so long ago. You were born amidst the Dalish travel the land in tightly knit clans, struggling to maintain their half-forgotten lore in a human world that fears and despises them. You spend your time hunting with your clanmate Tamlin in the forests, and as is sometimes the case, your quarry is not always the local wildlife. You spend your time hunting with your clanmate Tamlin in the forests, and as is sometimes the case, your quarry is not always the local wildlife.
It's a Dalish!
And you three are somewhere you shouldn't be.
Let us pass, Elf. You have no right to stop us.
No? We will see
It's a
about
Dalish.
that, won't we? And you three are somewhere you shouldn't be. You're
Let
just
us
in
pass,
time.
Elf.
I
You
found
have
these
no right to
humans
stop us.
lurking in the bushes. Bandits, no doubt.
We aren't
We'll see
bandits, I
about
swear.
that, won't we?
Please don't hurt us.
You shouldn't be. You Shemlin are pathetic. It's hard to believe you ever drove us from our homeland.
We've never done nothing to you,
bandits, I
Dalish.
swear.
We didn't even know
Please
this
don't
forest
hurt
was
us.
yours.
This forest isn't ours, fool. You've stumbled too close to our camp. You Shems are like vermin.
Nothing to you, Dalish.
We can't trust you
We
not
didn't
to
even know
make
this
mischief.
forest was yours.
What do you say, Lethalon? What should we do with them? You've stumbled too close to our camp. You Shems are like vermin.
Nothing to you, Dalish.
We can't trust you
We
not
didn't
to
even know
make
this
mischief.
forest was yours.
What do you say, Lethalon? Letting them go might bring more of them. You are too soft.
Look, we didn't come here to be trouble. We just found a cave.
Yes, a cave. With ruins like I've never
Might bring
seen.
more of them.
We thought there might be,
Treasure?
Look,
So you're more akin to thieves than actual bandits.
Yes, a cave. With ruins like I've never seen. We thought there might be,
Treasure? So you're more akin to thieves than actual bandits. So would I. I've never heard of ruins in these parts.
But I have proof. Here, we found this just inside the entrance.
Thieves than actual bandits. This stone has carvings. I've never heard of ruins in
Is
these
this
parts.
Elvish?
I
Written
have proof.
Elvish?
There's more in the ruins. We didn't get very far in though.
This stone has carvings. I've never heard of ruins in
Is
these
this
parts.
Elvish?
There was a demon.
Written
It was
Elvish?
huge with black eyes. Thank the Maker we were able to outrun it.
A demon. Where is this cave?
Just off the west, I think. There's a cave in the rock face and a huge hole just inside.
Well, do you trust them? Shall we let them go?
Just off the west, I think. There's a cave in the rock face and a huge hole just inside.
Run along then, Shems. And don't come back until we Dalish have moved on.
Of course. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, shall we see if there's any truth to this story? These carvings make me curious.
Of course. Thank you. Thank you.
And if we find anything, the Keeper will want to know. Well, shall we see if there's any truth to this story? These carvings make me curious.
Of course. Thank you. Thank you.
And if we find anything, the Keeper will want to know. Well, shall we see if there's any truth to this story? These carvings make me curious. And if we find anything, the Keeper will want to know. This must be the cave. I don't recall seeing this before, do you? My thoughts exactly. With luck, we'll find something that will make us clan heroes. This must be the cave. I don't recall seeing this before, do you? My thoughts exactly. With luck, we'll find something that will make us clan heroes. Looks like the Shem was telling the truth. These ruins. Things look more human than elven. These ruins.
All right. This should be fun. Let's do this quickly. All right. Yes. All right. Yes. Yes. I'm off. I'm off.
I can't believe this. You recognize this statue, don't you? Back when our people lived in our land, Statues like these honored the creators. When the Shems enslaved us, much of that lore was lost. This looks like human architecture, with the statue of our people. Statues like Can these ruins date back to the time of our Latham? The Shems enslaved us. Much of that lore was lost. This looks like human architecture. Yes, time and decay take their toll. Still, there's bound to be something of value.
Look over there! Not a chance.
Yes!
Are those walking towards us? This place is haunted.
Yes!
Are those walking towards us?
Now this should be fun!
By the creators! What? By the creators! What? What was that thing? It's beautiful, isn't it? I wonder what the says. What was that thing? Not that we'd leave a fingerprint on it. See how clean it is? Not a single smudge or crack. I wonder what this writing is for. Maybe this isn't... Hey, did you see that? I think something moved inside the mirror. See how clean it is? Not a single smudge or crack. Hold on, I just want to know what it is. Don't you see it? There it is again. Can you feel that? I think it knows we're here. I just need to take a closer look. Hold on, I just want to know what it is. Don't you see it? It's... There it is again. Showing me places. I can see some kind of city. Underground. And there's a great blackness. I can see. It saw me. Help! I can't look away! Help! I can't look away!
Can you hear me? I am very sorry. Can you hear me? I am very sorry.
You're awake. You've the god's own luck, Lethaline. You're back at camp. Everyone is worried sick about you. How do you feel? You're awake. You've the god's own luck, Lethaline. Hashem brought you back 2 days ago. You don't remember him? He was a Grey Warden and appeared out of nowhere with you slung over his shoulder. You were delirious with fever. He said that he found you outside a cave in the forest, unconscious and alone. He left you here and ran off again. The Keeper's been using the old magic to heal him. He said that he found you outside a cave in the forest, unconscious and alone. He left you here and ran off. She wants to talk to you too. Stay here, I'll get her.
I see you are awake, Dalan. It is fortunate Duncan found you when he did. I know not what dark power held you, but it nearly bled the life from you. It was difficult even for my magic to keep you alive. I know not what dark power. He introduced himself as a Grey Warden. Duncan thought there may have been darkspawn creatures inside the cave. Is that true? Yes. He introduced himself as a Grey Warden. And it caused all this? I have never heard of such a thing in all the lore we have collected. Is that true? I was hoping for answers when you woke, but there are only more questions. And Tamlin remains missing. He is more important than any lore in these ruins. If he is as sick as you were, his condition is grave. Duncan returned to the cave to search for Darkspawn, but we cannot rely on him to look for Tamlin as well. We must go ourselves, and quickly. Do you feel well enough to show us the way, Dallin? Without you, we will not find it. I am relieved to hear it. I am ordering the clan to pack the camp so we can go north. Take Merrill with you to the cave. Find Tamlin if you can, but do it swiftly. I am relieved to hear it. Go quickly, for Tamlin's life hangs in the balance. Take Merrill with you to the cave. Find Tamlin if you can, but do it swiftly. I am relieved to hear it. Go quickly, for Tamlin's life hangs in the balance. Take Merrill with you. Find Tamlin if you can, but do it swiftly. Go quickly.
Anithara, it's good to see you recovered. Indeed. May the Creators walk with you. Anithara, it's good to see you recovered. Indeed. May the Creators walk with you.
Going.
So you have returned to us, Dallin. We are grateful you are whole and well. Such disrespect you show your elders. At least you still have fire in your belly. What were you two thinking?
Wandering in there without first coming to tell the Keeper? Are you that foolish?
Show your elders. At least you still have
Once you
fire
saw
in your
what was
belly.
inside, you should have returned. But you kept exploring, didn't you?
I suppose your youth can be forgiven. Sadly, Tamlin pays the price.
Losing you would be a terrible crime, Dallin. You belong to more than just yourself.
Will you not remember? Be forgiven. Sadly, Tamlin pays the price.
Losing you would be a terrible
Would you even know the reason behind your
More than
efforts?
just yourself.
I will not remember. Let us tell these children of the fall of the Dales. You can honor me by sharing in the telling behind your efforts. Come then, help me as I go along.
Children, hear of the fall of the Dales. Hear the tale of what makes you Dalish. Would you care to begin, Dallin?
As I go along.
Children, hear of the fall of the Dales.
Yes,
Hear the tale of what
slaves
makes
to
you
a
Dalish.
terrible empire.
to begin,
The
Dallin?
humans built on the darkest magic. When it fell, we became free. We built a homeland in the Dales, worshipping the creators, and rebuilding the culture and history we lost in our long years of slavery. We built a homeland in the Dales, worshipping. They were resentful, because we would not worship their gods, and because we put our people first. Over the years, their nations grew cold toward the Dales. In their eyes, we were blasphemers and cruel tyrants. Over the years, their nations grew cold toward the Dales. In their eyes, we were blasphemers and cruel. And so the Dales fell. They took our lands and dispersed our people, forcing us to live in their cities and abandon our gods. But many of us refused to relinquish our ways. We instead chose to scatter to the winds, wandering the lands. But many of us refused to survive and preserve our culture. The clans stay apart until the day the Elvenan have a homeland once more. To survive and preserve our culture. The clans stay apart. We are the Dalish, keepers of the lost lore, walkers of the lonely path. Thank you for your forbearance, Dalen. You remember both the tale and the Oath of the Dales perfectly. I will let you get back to your tasks. I pray you find Tamlin quickly. You remember both the tale and the Oath of the Dales perfectly. I will let you get back to your tasks. I pray you find Tamlin quickly. Of course. May the gods guide your path, Dalen.